Yeah, well, I would like to start with two thanks for organizing this debate, and of course it's quite fundamental, but I would say this is one of the main challenges of the state of Latvia to how to tackle a demographic issue, and of course that probably will be one of the main topics of next election period. What are scenarios for solution of demographic and issues? Well, I will look at this as a focus as a Minister of Economy, and on my eyes, what it means, that is enormous shortage of labor. And what you see here, we are into years where we have, if you look at the labor supply and labor demand, we're coming in a corridor which is 4 point something. And that is, in reality, say we're facing enormous labor deficit, and of course we have to look at this, what to do. Well, when one other important aspect of demographics, that is, and fundamental aspect, that is income. Yeah, that is income, and I will start with some simple example. If I would offer you to clean this room on 10,000 euro income, I would imagine, and most of you will consider to change your maybe very interesting professions and apply for this maybe boring job but very well paid job. Yeah, and of course that's oversimplification of the situation, but that's mean very fundamental thing. As more you pay, as more people want to do this job, and this simple rule applied to economies. As more people paid in those economies, as there more people want to go there. Yeah, and those are exactly what the maps shown is where is a bigger income and more interesting happens, more people want to be there. And if you look on the Latvian situation, that is, if you look at, I hope we will reach average income 1,000 euro somewhere in June. Yeah, somewhere in June. That looks like it's realistic. But if we look on a minimum wage in Europe, which is most countries which is receive Latvian, say Latvian immigrants, Germany is 1,400, Great Britain is 1,400, minimum wage in Ireland, that is 1,400. And I just want to be short, is what we see effect right now, it is particularly we see in Estonia. When Estonian average is going to 1,500 now, yeah? And Estonia is a country which the first time reporting about very interesting effect. Estonia have a neutral effect on outwarding and incoming migration. Yeah, actually they're speaking about positive effect. First year they have plus for 3,700 something. Yeah, what is saying at the point where average salary in a country reaching a level of minimum wage in the receiving country, people are start thinking, maybe I will invest a little bit more in my education, but investing a little bit more what I'm doing, and I will keep where I live with my parents, with my friends. I will stay integrated in my society, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the country. And we see that when the hypothesis here is when we reach this balance between average and minimum, when migration have a net effect. Yeah, migration will have a net effect, and that will, I think that will, I would like to put on this as a positive sign of that, and there is evidence Estonian situation, and I think we will see this effect more and more. And another thing saying, when we will pass this line of minimum income there, and then another interesting effect will start work, that is, we are part of 550 million labor market, that's the European Union. Yeah, and the mechanisms that today not works in the interest of us, the people leaving, that will start working in interest of us. Yeah, and that will say for economies, economy has to look how we are organized. Also, we have to. Okay, the word is productivity and competitiveness, but at least we have to look in a way how we organize our economy, and let's say simplifying, we have to pay more for our people. And what we look on to reality here, 2016, that is, I would say, 25% of Latvian population earning 1,000 euro or more. Yeah, 1,000 euro or more. Of course, for those people, 1,462 is very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Well, I would say the aim of government is today to really make a pressure on income. That's why we're rising minimum salary. We're really making pressure on labor, let's say, on market here. And our aim is to really 2020 to have at least half of population, at least on this income, in order to at least reach this neutrality on external internal migration. And of course, there is a productivity issue, and a lot of has to do about it. And I would like to say there is enormous potential in productivity. This is a very interesting picture in my view. This is a comparison of Latvian industries with European similar industries. And what I say is manufacturing and wood and its products, its productivity in Latvian industry is 70% of Latvian or Europe average. Yeah? Agriculture and forestry actually is quite productive. Yeah? Manufacturing is 63, okay, more or less. But then we have a very interesting thing. ICT is 28. Yeah? And I would say, I don't know what the hell are the universities teaching for those guys who are finishing them, or what the hell those guys are doing. But this is a bloody unproductive industry here. This is very important for us to bring productivity here. And then, of course, that's the gap is fantastic here. And we, of course, have to look into this and how to change it and make it more productive. But I would say there's a lot of things to be changed. Well, it is, of course, it's my short introduction, but I would like to say it is what you look into this. It's a dynamic model, and you can't just look at the one system as a whole. You have to look in ecosystems. It's very important to see what's happening in different ecosystems. Of course, you had the example for Gulbene. That's a problematic ecosystem. But I will give you another one, Valmiera. Yeah, Valmiera. There's a number of inhabitants growing, income is growing, and right now on my table as a Minister of Economy, I have a problem how to build their houses. There is enormous demand, there's need for 2,000 extra flats because people are coming there. Very interesting society. Valmiera Stiklšķiedra has opened a factory in Atlanta, and more than 300 people are operating there, and people from Atlanta are there. Yeah, a lot of interesting things happening, but it is, I would say it's a much more complex thing than all of that what you see. And under covers there's a lot of very interesting developments, and it is, how to say, we have to look at the much more complex than you present the picture today. But I would say I'm quite optimistic about this, and I want to say if we will be able to keep this pattern of development of economy, and we will be able to keep this 5 or 4% growth in a corridor, we in a short period will see stabilizing of external immigration, and we will see incoming growing number of people. Then is another problem, is how we prepared to allow for other people to come here. And last week I had been in Helsinki working with it, and I had been discussing with Finnish ministers, and they compared the Swedish model where they allowed, and Sweden is, I think the population has grown for 1 million plus. And they say, well, we really regretting our decisions, what was done in Finland, to how to say, have a very strong immigration policies, not allowed for people to come, to have a closed society. And they say, well, how to say, development in Sweden is much more positive and giving more potential for society to live on. And that will be a significant question mark for Latvia. Are we will be open society, we will be open for talents from abroad to come here and to work with them. Well, government doing that. We open, for example, we have a startup visa, which is most dynamic in, how to say, element of our economy. A lot of things happening here. It's another ecosystem, yeah. But of course, that will be a question, general question for society. But I don't have a so pessimistic view as you got. And Latvia is a very dynamic system, and a lot of very interesting happens. A lot of interesting things happen around.
So we are not pessimistic. We are just